Infection is a big one that we worry about. And an infection after a tattoo can not only come like immediately after getting the tattoo, but it could even come weeks to months after getting it. Now, when you get a tattoo, it's normal to see some redness and swelling. Your skin obviously is going to feel sore. As your skin heals, it might start to itch and flake. You might get some scabs, etc. These things can be normal parts of the healing process. But if you're getting an infection, your skin, it's going to take a little bit of a different turn, okay? First of all, redness, it's very likely going to be red, and the redness is either going to get worse or not get better. And pain, oftentimes there is pain that may continue to worsen as well. Some people have like itchy, red, painful bumps that develop within the tattoo. Certainly things like fever or chills is a definite like problem. You should be concerned. Or pus in the tattoo, open sores, all of those things should make you say, oh my gosh, there's a problem here. And again, as I mentioned, infections can happen months after getting your tattoo. And I think it's interesting. It's not just like unsterile tattooing equipment or needles that can transmit infection. Infections can actually result from contaminated tattoo inks. Even when the tattoo artist is like following hygienic practices and doing everything right, etc., ink actually can be contaminated even if the container is sealed or the label says the product is sterile. By the way, this information is courtesy of the FDA. For situations on sort of how to navigate that and what questions to ask, etc., just Google FDA and tattoo and health risks. You'll get some documents I think that are very, very helpful to help you explore that a little bit more. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen, by the way. It's good to see you. We are talking about potential health risks of getting a tattoo. The next thing is allergic reactions, okay? And this is another thing, allergic reactions, kind of like infections, can happen at any point after getting a tattoo. It doesn't have to be immediate. It can actually happen weeks or even years or decades after having the tattoo. It's like kind of weird like that, but sometimes things can happen. Again, with allergic reactions, think about what an allergic reaction is like, right? It might be itchy, it might be swelling, redness, etc. In some ways, it may be hard to tell the difference between an allergic reaction and an infection. I say you want to check with your doctor if any of these things happen, but keep in mind that is number 2. Number 3, believe it or not, a psoriasis flare can happen. So the American Academy of Dermatology says that if you carry the genes for psoriasis, getting a tattoo can actually trigger a psoriasis flare or cause psoriasis to appear for the first time. Oh my gosh. And other skin diseases can appear as well within or around the tattoo. Who knew? I didn't. Granulomas, these are nodules. It's the 4th thing. Nodules that can form around the material that the body perceives as foreign, such as like your tattoo. So you can get granulomas, okay? Also keloids, right? So if you keloid, if you're prone to developing keloids, okay, those are scars that sort of grow beyond normal boundaries. You're at risk for getting a keloid if you get a tattoo as well. So you really want to know that before you get a tattoo. And basically keloids, for those who are prone to them, keloids can form anytime the skin is injured or traumatized. The next thing I think is super interesting. Apparently, there is the possibility of having MRI complications. Okay, let me explain. So the FDA says that there have been reports of people with tattoos that have experienced swelling or burning in the affected areas when they underwent an MRI. Now, this is rare. Thank goodness. And apparently happens without lasting effects. So it doesn't seem like anything crazy happens down the line. Thank goodness. Which is really interesting. So you should know that. You should also know that in some cases, it seems like the pigment in the tattoo ink can interfere with the images of the MRI. So good to know. And the last thing I want to mention, this is super important, right? Okay, so a lot of people are doing like blackout tattoos, which I think are really, really fascinating, by the way. The only thing about the blackout tattoo, not the only thing, but one of the things that I do get concerned about is, when you have pigment that's covering large swaths of skin, you may not be able to screen that area for skin cancer and changes in moles and skin lesions and things like that. Now, that doesn't just go for blackout tattoos, that goes for any tattoo, right? If you tattoo over a mole or a skin lesion, you may not be able to properly assess if it's changing or if there are problems, or may not be able to screen yourself for skin cancer appropriately. So you want to kind of keep that in mind. There are potentially other concerns as well, but these are a few. Let me know if you have any tattoos. I don't have any. Okay, so this is the thing. I don't have any tattoos, but I have often dreamed about getting one. So if/when I do, you will be the first to know. Let me know if you have any tattoos, if you've had any bad reactions or health concerns or health risks as a result of them. I'd like to know. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, practicing family physician, on-air health expert, and video creator. I do daily videos on Facebook. Please like and follow my page. YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Click the little bell for updates. On Instagram and TikTok and everywhere else, I'm at Dr. Jen Caudle. Go to my website, Dr. Jen Caudle, www.drjencaudle.com to sign up for my free health newsletter. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen. See you soon.